On today's episode of None of Your Business, I'm going to show you how to cook naan. That's right, I said it. Naan. Naan. We're cooking naan. And it's none of your business. We'll be right back. Welcome all of you summertime friends. It has been one hell of a year, and I do mean one hell of a year. But that being said, it's summer, baby. Means outside, means cooking, means the family all gathered around. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day. And you know what else? That sounds right down Main Street. Some naan. That's right, I said it, naan. I want to show you how to cook an easy and simple naan with just a few ingredients, and you're ready to go. All right, let me show you how to make it. You're going to need the following, okay? You're going to need about 2 cups of just all-purpose flour. You're going to want some instant yeast, some sugar, salt, yogurt, and some oil, okay? Oh, and some sort of stand mixer, okay? If you're not looking to, knead by hand, which I have found to be very therapeutic. Okay, so here's how we make our naan. First, take your stand mixer, okay? And you're gonna want to have the dough hook, okay? Into it then, we are going to add our 2 cups of all-purpose flour, okay? We're going to add about a tablespoon's worth of instant yeast, okay? About 1 teaspoon each of salt and sugar, okay? About a tablespoon's worth of oil. And finally, 2 tablespoons worth of plain yogurt. Don't use the flavored stuff, okay? Found out the hard way. Okay, now put all of these ingredients into your mixer. And you're just gonna want to knead this, okay? Put it on its lowest setting for about 8 to 10 minutes, okay? We want this dough to be elastic, stretchable, okay, but not tear. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing started, and I'll see you in about 8 to 10 minutes. I guess I don't need to just stand here. I could go do something, but I'll see you soon. 9 minutes and 56 seconds, 9 minutes and 57 seconds, 9 minutes and 58 seconds, 9 minutes, 59 seconds, 10 minutes. Yeah, that's right. Feel the burn, baby, feel the burn. No, so one thing I noticed as I was making our naan dough here is that in the stand mixer, all the pieces were not becoming homogeneous. They weren't starting to form. So as I kind of said previously, sometimes kneading some dough, it's very therapeutic on a beautiful day like today. Sometimes that's all you need, a dough ball and a dream. Anyways, that being said, I went ahead and took it out of the stand mixer after about 6 to 8 minutes and have been kneading ever since. We're gonna knead this for just a little bit longer. And then it's gonna go back into our mixing bowl here. I'm gonna cover it up, and we want this bad boy to rise. We want it to at least double in size. The ingredients that I used for this particular recipe should yield about 8 naan flatbreads. That being said, if you want more or less, adjust the ingredients as so. We want this to rise and double in size because we want the yeast to do its thing. We want it to do its job. We want it to eat all those crazy little buggers, the salt and sugar in there, you know. Go to town, go crazy. Kind of like the children on the second to last day of school. They were wild. Couldn't handle it. Anywho, well, we are about done here with our kneading. As you can see, all ingredients are well combined. It is elastic and stretchy, okay, without it being all crumbly, okay? So I'm gonna give this a couple good turns and kneads here. Needs, is that a verb? Can you needs something? I need. Are you kneading? I don't know. Stay tuned. Okay. Go ahead and give this ball a nice little tight squeeze. Get all the ingredients, everything together. And then we are going back into our bowl to let it rise. I've got some plastic wrap here that we will use to kind of very loosely cover our mixing bowl. I will also cover it with a kitchen towel, tea towel. And we're gonna let this rise, like I said, for at least an hour. But ultimately we are looking for this bad boy to double in size. Let the yeast do its thing. Don't stick it in the fridge. Just leave it on the counter. Time is your friend, okay? Stay tuned. We'll see you in just a short little while. All right, we are back. I let this thing go for about 2 hours, okay? It's about doubled in size. There's our dough ball. Smells fantastic. So what we need to do next then is for our naan, we need to break this up. We need to separate out our dough here into smaller little balls that we are going to shape into circles and then press so that we can get that kind of naan looking shape and form factor. So this, like I had mentioned earlier, yields about 8 pieces worth of naan. And I'm just kind of ever so gently kind of pushing, kneading, and pulling to kind of get us into those flat circles. Now, you want this to have a little bit of thickness to it, right? We want this to kind of have a pull when we go to grill it on our stovetop, okay? So something roughly kind of that shape. Should be almost the size, palm of your hand, a little bit bigger than that, okay? So I'm gonna keep pulling apart and breaking up our naan here into our individual pieces, and then I will meet you over at the stovetop. We are gonna grill these up in a pan and dig in. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere. All right, guys, we are at the stovetop. I've got my cast iron pan here heating up. As you can see, starting to get a little bit smoky. So we're gonna go in. I've already kind of put a little bit of oil in the pan. We're gonna kind of let that naan sit there. We want it to go for about roughly 2 minutes aside. This will allow a nice, beautiful browning to occur. We want some spots to get a little bit of char though, okay? We want that nice color, that nice texture. It'll provide our naan with a nice crunch on the outside, but a very soft and toothsome chew on the inside. So give this about a minute or two, and then we're gonna go ahead and flip it and do about the same minute or two on the other side. Now you should start to notice as it starts to cook, our naan here is starting to kind of get a little bit kind of raised, because of the heat. That's okay. That's what we're looking for. All right. I'm going at about medium heat. Okay. We don't want to overdo it. We don't want to burn our naan. We just want to give it a nice color. Okay. As I'm starting to feel it, I can already feel kind of that softness, that bounciness to it. These are going to be so good when they are finished. Okay. Give it about another 30 seconds here. And we will flip it and take a look at what we've got cooking. All right, let's give this a flip. And look at that. That is perfect. Just what we want. We want some nice browning, some darker spots, right? Some color, but nothing is burnt, okay? That's what we're looking for. Okay, so we'll let this go for about another minute or two, and we'll just keep cranking these out. I will see you back at the counter for our finished and final product. Well, there you have it, folks. Some delicious naan, great for a snack, great to serve at dinner or with any meal. It's a great platform to use when eating any sort of protein, gyros, shawarma, you name it. Take a look at those. Beautiful, just absolute beautiful color. Serve yourself up some hummus with it as well. I'm actually, I got a little hungry earlier and already ate half of it, but that being said, let's give it a taste for the cameras here. We'll do just bite without any hummus. Yeah, that checks all the boxes. It's got this like crispy, kind of crunchy exterior that's really nice. But the inside, it's not like bread, you know, where bread kind of just like dissolves almost like in your mouth. It's got a chew to it, okay? It's got some nice kind of crunch, flakiness, and that interior is really chewy and just toothsome. Really makes you want to bite down onto it. Now, serve this up with a little bit of hummus. I like mine with a little extra heat. Game changer. That is a delicious snack. And I got naan for you. See what I did there? Well, thank you so much for watching. What do you want to see me cook next? What is your favorite type of bread or flatbread? Do you not have any? Or do you have none? Until next time, I am Mr. C, the Cook and Teach. And this is Cook and Teach out.